What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Casting Couch.
Hi.
It feels somebody's getting screwed. It was me. I got screwed. Yep. Mr. JJ. So, anyways, I posted a bunch of videos, well not videos, well live streams about the KraftWerks kit, which we've got right here. We'll put that back down. But yeah, I don't even want to show their name. Had some issues, and we're gonna explain. JJ actually kind of broke this down for me as to what he thinks caused the issue with this. But then again, we're here for the blower, but we're not here for the blower. We're here for the customer service, and the disrespect is just ridiculous. But so we'll go ahead and start this. First upload of the year, I believe, right? Probably.
This first one?
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start in this video. Just a quick disclaimer, this is all personal opinion. So, I mean, we are stating some facts, but other things are opinions. So this is just what I believe and what JJ believes. But yeah, okay, cool. Let's get into it. Where do you want to start?
So everybody knows this is Rotrex blower. The kit is the blower is made by Rotrex.
Which actually, sorry to cut you off.
No.
Some people don't know that. I've been getting a lot of comments about the KraftWerks blower sucks, yada yada yada. If you look here, which we're gonna do some close-up shots later, but this is not a KraftWerks blower. KraftWerks makes the kit. Rotrex is the distributor, so they're selling these to KraftWerks, Jackson Racing, URD, Underdog Racing Development, and
OEM companies. So
yeah,
there's a lot of OEM companies that buy Rotrex.
A lot of companies. So
Airmotive.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
So this is not a KraftWerks product, but they are selling this product, so you know they should stand behind it. But anyways, go what you were saying.
Well, so this is what they do. So Rotrex makes the blower. They make the housing, the impellers, everything. They ship it out to a company like KraftWerks. KraftWerks adapts it over and makes it race ready or ready to install on, you know, any vehicle, Honda, Camaro, whatever. This is the kit that comes with, you know, with Jeremy's product. So what they've done is KraftWerks installs this adapter with this bolt. If you can't tell from there, you'll see in a minute whenever this bolt is broke. So they ship it out with that on there, with this right here screwed into it, so you can put your pulley that they supply onto it. You decide what size pulley, or they decide what size pulley you get with the kit, and you either get shipped on there or they ship you out one to replace it with. So that's what they do. So Rotrex has nothing to do with that. Rotrex makes the blower, they send it to KraftWerks or whatever company it is, and they adapt it over with adapters for whatever supply kit that they're selling for. This adapter never is removed. This adapter stays on there from the company that it's shipped out to, which would be KraftWerks. KraftWerks installed this adapter. They installed this bolt. This was never removed from this blower. The only thing that was ever changed was the pulley. The pulley screws to the adapter, of course, with 5 screws.
Right, and the adapter on that bolt is fixed to the snout in this bearing right here where it's threaded.
Right.
So that comes on there.
So what happened was, from what you can tell, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory what happened. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's common sense. What happened was, is this adapter was screwed here with the bolt. Right here, just screwed in your latch right here. If I can get you where I can see it here.
All right.
Screw it. And then this right here, you know, on their latch right here with the head.
Yep. And that's how it comes.
And that's how it comes, just like that. Just together, not broken.
Together, not broken.
You put the pulley on. What happened was, is apparently KraftWerks uses a bolt that was not designed for the torque application of a Camaro. This bolt,
or anything with cubic inch, really.
I mean, the torque of the motor is what snapped that off. I mean, it's just plain and simple. After that was broken, what happened then was the pulley started wobbling against the housing of this right here, of the cover. As you can see the damage right there in the cover right there, you can tell that the metal right there was rubbing against there, and that's what held it in place. So what we got here, you got the bolt that was actually installed by KraftWerks with the adapter that was here. And of course this head right here that broke off, that sheared off, is always there. That's the way it's shipped out to the customer for whatever application they got. You install the pulley. What happened in this application is the bolt obviously sheared off due to the torque of the motor. That caused the pulley to wobble against the actual cover. Which also, sorry, it's this way, so you can see the metal. which also in turn with the pulley being rubbing against here causes this right here to get hot, and it also messes with this bearing inside. If I try to spin the impeller here, you can see it's really hard to spin. Just a prime example, if I try to spin this, it spins really hard, and this should not be like that. And the reason for that is because the heat that built up inside of the snout here messed up this bearing here. So that's what's damaged that. And just for reference, to show you how much damage was done to the pulley, you can tell how much it rubbed against the housing there. Right.
And on the inside too, flip the inside, you can see where it was kind of wobbling around on the snout.
So if you take a look, right here, it was just wobbling around because that, it's just free flowing. It was no longer combined to it, so it was just running on the snout.
Yeah.
That's what caused it.
And then the only thing that really kept the pulley from flying off, which surprisingly good job KraftWerks, but was that cover.
You can tell right there where it was rubbing against there, and it was rubbing right against there, just like there.
Yep.
And prime example, I mean, you can take a look right here. This right here is the bolt that broke off right here. This is a bolt from KraftWerks that hasn't been broken yet. You can tell the difference right here of how much of a difference it is. They should have used a better. Oh shit. Well, anyway, you need to have better bolts.
Damn Cheeto. Yeah, let's get serious.
Everybody makes mistakes. It's understandable. I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the first kits they've ever done for V8 guys. Most of what KraftWerks does is for the 1.4, 1.6 liter crowd, the 4-cylinder crowd. The import guys. Their cubic inch is a lot smaller, their torque is a lot smaller. So the motors just don't create enough, torque on the pulleys, and so they don't need to have as much stronger bolts. So this was a learning experience for KraftWerks to learn that, hey, this material isn't cut out for this type of application.
Yeah, and it should be taken as such, as a learning experience.
It's obvious. I mean, there's nothing else to it. I mean, it's obvious that's what happened. That bolt just wasn't, set up for the torque ability of that. So you guys see what happened. I mean, like I said, it doesn't take rocket science to figure out what happened. It's a learning experience. It's something KraftWerks should look at this and say, okay, well look, we didn't realize this could be a problem. It is a problem. We need to address that problem. It's a simple material mistake. What should be done, and I would think anybody that had purchased this kit would see it the same way, that things happen. It's part of building, it's part of racing. It breaks. You find out what works and what doesn't work. It's part of R&D, research and development. So learning experience is KraftWerks needs to see that. They need to take steps to repair that issue. No longer sell this kit without a better bolt system, a number 8 bolt or whatever, a stronger bolt system, some ARPs or whatever to prevent this from happening.
Yeah.
And they should chalk it up as that, and they should be willing, customer service wise, to say, we made a mistake, let's fix it for Jeremy. But they're not. That's the problem.
Yeah. One of the guys I spoke to via email from Rotrex, that they do not actually condone this method to run superchargers. So I sent it over to them, sent them pictures, and they're like, okay, well, first things first, we can't remotely diagnose this issue, pretty much based on the fact like, hey, we're looking at this, we don't recommend this pulley. That's not our pulley, which we know it's KraftWerks pulley, it's cog pulley. It's a nice, I think it was a pretty nice setup.
It was a nice setup. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the setup itself. It's the material used.
Yeah.
The whole
adapter. But it wasn't approved by Rotrex. So that being said too, that kind of wouldn't help my case as far as a replacement, because if this was something that caused the failure of the unit, it's not what the head unit came with from Rotrex. This was all done by KraftWerks. So down to from the pulley adapter, right, to the bolt. So from my understanding, Rotrex send these out, and they
send it out like this right here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, apparently, from what he said, like that's not our bolt. I don't know if they have a pre-installed bolt or something, or if they have a bolt they send out with the unit, but this is not the bolt that they use themselves. This is a KraftWerks bolt. And the thing even feels, I mean, it's really, it's not a good bolt.
Yeah, you can tell it's not a good bolt. I understand Rotrex's position, but the issue that I have with it is Rotrex hired KraftWerks as their representative. That's their licensed dealer. Rotrex sells to a dealer, and the dealer sells to you.
Yeah. So
that means KraftWerks is now a representation of Rotrex.
Exactly.
So at that point, it's Rotrex in extension through KraftWerks is what supplied this equipment that failed.
Right.
They supplied this bolt, they installed this bolt. Jeremy never removed this bolt, he never installed this bolt. It came with the kit with this bolt in it.
Right.
This is what failed. This is what broke.
And also, non-related to the bolt snapping, but you would think that this, I don't know, because JJ and you guys probably know more about this stuff, but I would really have thought that this bolt would have been actually Loctited in there, because what I know it's spinning in one direction, and I guess technically the bolt wouldn't back out, but you would think you would Loctite it to prevent, just in a weird scenario, the bolt actually backing out, which I'm wondering too if that could have started to happen if the bolt started backing out. So what if, actually, I'm just bringing this now, what if before the bolt actually snapped, what if the bolt had actually started backing out from the snout and started rubbing onto the cover, and then that friction, the bolt was like, damn, what the heck? And then what if it actually snapped off?
Actually, that's a possibility, but well, let's see where it snapped off.
So, because if it backed out, yeah, so actually,
it snapped off right at the end though.
So we're gonna, I know you guys can't see, but we're gonna spin this in. I'm gonna assume that this would be bottomed out.
Well, no, see, because it's gotta stick through this right here, so it's gonna be out enough for this right here. I'm sorry,
It's already broke.
So it's gonna be sticking out pretty far.
Well, I could definitely see it backing out.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. I think, yeah.
That's a possibility, right?
I think that it backed out. And honestly, there wasn't a whole lot of clearance anyways between the pulley and the cover. So it really wouldn't take much but for it to back out just a little bit to start rubbing on that cover. And then maybe the friction from that, maybe the pulley kind of got caught in a bind on the cover.
It's a possibility to it.
And when that happens, what, the bolt kind of, the bolt broke.
Bolt broke, yeah. Because,
that actually makes a lot of sense.
It wasn't a Rotrex issue as far as the blower itself. The blower itself was a fine equipment.
Yeah.
It was the kit that was provided and installed by KraftWerks.
Yeah.
And at this point, the issue that I have with them is not the mistake. The mistake is a mistake.
That happens.
It happens.
It does happen.
It's what they do after they find out the mistake. That's the issue that I'm having with them. I think Rotrex is a great company. Rotrex has been in the industry, the automotive and aeromotive industry for years.
And they did offer to help. Not what I wanted to hear, but I can understand from a company and business standpoint, like, they did try to help. They knocked off the price a decent amount and offered to send me a new head unit for a discounted price. About half. But it just, to me, it wasn't enough. And at this point, you guys already know I've already ordered another kit that's going to be shipped out soon. So
personally, I disagree with it being enough. I don't think, even though Rotrex isn't involved in it directly, they still hired KraftWerks as a representative of their company.
In a way, it is their problem.
So in a way, it is their problem.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, if you're going to have a representative, you have to own what mistakes they make as well.
Exactly.
And you went to KraftWerks first, and they denied it and said, okay, SOL. You went to Rotrex, told them what happened. They were nicer about it. They were more understanding about it.
Yeah.
And they did try to do something for it. But still to just say, well, SOL, but we'll do this much for you.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's still not enough. Not whenever you look at the amount of money, the amount of time and energy that's put into this. And the fact of the matter that Jeremy took the chance. He went out there, he could have bought a Pro Charger.
$1,000 or $2,000 more.
Yeah, we're not talking about a huge amount of money. Look at the amount of money that he's got invested in the vehicle already. We're talking about, at least $80,000. I hate to say it, but honestly, we're talking.
As far as building it and broken stuff and replacing it, yeah. Probably. I think we're 70 to 80.
So you take another grand. What is another grand? It's money. Don't get me wrong. None of us want to spend a grand.
But in the grand scheme of things, of money spent,
it's a drop in a bucket. But he took that chance because he wanted to give a chance for a small company. He wanted to show you guys, a cheaper option.
Yeah, budget kit that was at that point seemed reliable. And some of the guys aren't having problems with them. Some are. So.
Who doesn't want to save money? Who doesn't? Especially in this thing. In this type of hobby, everybody wants to save a little bit.
Yeah. But at this point too, they've gone up in their price, and for the price that they're selling these kits for, you can get something way better with higher quality parts. Honestly.
They better be selling it with a better bolt, and they better be Loctiting that bolt right there.
Yeah.
Or they might as well just go ahead and put a Cheeto back in it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's probably a little better.
That's the problem that I have with it. It's Rotrex is a great company. I don't want to shout
we don't want to badmouth or slander, and we're not putting out any to our knowledge, any false information. This is just my experience.
It's not a lie, it's not fabricated, it's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
It wasn't abused. I mean, it's a blower.
It really wasn't. That was the thing too. KraftWerks even said, with this 70 millimeter pulley, we don't want you to run as high of an RPM, so you don't overspin it. So they said 6,700 RPM. My tuner Lance at Car House sets my rev limiter to, I think, like 65.
65, yeah.
So we never overspun the blower.
And how many miles do you think you would have on it completely? What?
Under 10. Under
I think you
10,000.
would have 10 on it, man.
Yeah, way under 10, because I mean, I think I put the blower on, I had the lifter failure, I mean, months after.
Months after.
And
We never even went to the track with it.
yeah, and then the car was down for almost a year. I pretty much was told, like, we don't want to listen to you, it's Rotrec's fault. So they point the fingers at them, and I talked to Rotrex, and they're like, no.
This is not Rotrec's fault.
Yeah, and then Rotrex says, no, this is pretty much responsible for the reseller, being KraftWerks. And I didn't want to go back and forth with people, so I just told Rotrex how I was feeling and kind of where we're at now.